Hey, welcome to the August edition of Merry Makers. Our Merry Makers series is a Christmas card series. Each month we make 8 cards. We make 2 of each design. And I'm gonna do a video just kind of showing how to put these together really quick for those of you who aren't taking Merry Makers in person. So Merry Makers is a collaboration with 3 other crafty friends, Susan Rutherford, Darlene Boardman, and Jill Moyer. We each take turns designing projects for different stamp sets. This month we decided to do the Iconic Imagery stamp set and dies. These are both online exclusives, and so is the Iconic Celebrations paper. Oh, and of course this is going to stick to there, but there's some fun dies in here. What I like about this is that it's a builder set. You can build lots of different sentiments. It's great for birthdays, for fall, for, New Year's is in here. You've got winter, you've got Valentine's Day, and I even made a Hanukkah card that I want to show you. So lots of great options for holidays, and the paper really supports that as well. So I'm going to show you the 4 cards. Before we do that, I'm going to show you my extra designs that I made. So these are not in your packet, but this could be a cute birthday card. This die is in the die set, and it is a set of stars. So it's 1 die that cuts all the way across, and then I put some of the gold vellum mercury paper behind it. So if you didn't put the light on there and you said celebrate you, right, then it would be great. I made it into a Hanukkah card, but I think it would be a really cute birthday card as well. Lots of misty moonlight in here in this set. All the tones are really muted in the paper set, and we kept with that. This is a cute fall card. Used a little bit of that mercury vellum back behind there, and stamped and die cut one of the little leaves. This one's super cute. This is the ribbon that comes with the suite. It is not the ribbon that I included in your packet. I actually didn't do ribbon in your packet. I do have a little piece of ribbon for one of the cards, but other than that, we didn't use any ribbon. We just used the ribbon adhesive backed dots that have kind of like a ribbon pattern in them. So no actual ribbon this time. And this was the last card that I made. That was a nice winter Christmas type card. So those are the add-on cards. We don't normally do those, but I got extra inspired with this set. So let me show you how these cards come together. They're pretty quick and easy, pretty painless. So the first card, I've got my little packets here. So the first card has some 1-inch strips. We're going to use some pecan pie. And when we're gluing down the strips on the paper, we're going to, I like to kind of glue the right one, the left one, and then glue the one in the middle. And I have a little spot on my paper, so I'm gonna flip my paper over. I use wet glue for this because it gives me a second to move it around, which is good when you aren't sure if you have it in the right location. So I'm just gonna put these strips down, so the left and the right, and then that'll kind of tell me spacing wise what I need for the middle. Make sure when you're cutting your paper that you pay attention to the stripes and to the trees and the pattern, and just make sure you're cutting your pages, cutting your paper the right way. All right, so we're gonna let that dry, and we're just gonna go ahead and mount that to the card base. And then I I did not cut. I'm gonna have to cut this white piece for us. So the Mercury, the cutting sizes are on your PDF. So if you would like just the PDF and you don't want to actually purchase the class itself, no problem. We can sell just the PDF. It's $15 for just the PDF. And if you do want the packet, I actually have 2 packets left. I went ahead and cut some extra packets just because I wasn't sure if everybody had had a chance to RSVP. So, all right. So we're going to stamp the sentiment. And what's great about this is the stamps actually stamp really, really cleanly. You only need 3 ink colors for this whole set of cards. Pecan Pie and Mossy Meadow and Cherry Cobbler. So, all right. And then the smaller, the little tree, I did on one of them, I stamped it and fussy cut it, or used the dies. On the other one, I actually just die cut the DSP. So I'll show you both of them and then you can decide which one you like better. So I did the Celebrate and Pecan Pie, and I'm doing the Season in Mossy Meadow. And then I'm actually going to glue that straight onto the vellum. And then I'm gonna pop this whole thing up, this whole set up on dimensionals. So someone asked in class today, they said, why have you been using the black dimensionals so much? And I said, well, it's because I ordered a whole bunch of them and I need to use them up. Last year when we had tax-free weekend, I always order a bunch of dimensionals and other adhesives on tax-free weekend. And last year, I apparently just ordered a boatload of black dimensionals. So, all right, so we're gonna square that in the middle. And then let me show you up on the camera, I'm gonna show you the difference. So one of these is stamped and one of them is from the DSP. They both cut out with the little tree die. If you don't have the dies, you could simply take your scissors and you could fussy cut a tree out. So and then I'm just going to pop this up with dimensionals, and we just added some of the Pecan Pie. So there's 2 colors in this embellishment pack, and I did the Pecan Pie on this one, but you could do whatever embellishments you want. So I think the Mercury paper adds, you get half a pack of the Mercury paper in this class. So you'll have some more to play with, but I think it adds a little sparkle because this could be a relatively flat, you know, the paper is a little flat, and so the whole thing I think could look a little flat if you didn't add some kind of sparkle to it. Normally I'm a brights girl, but you know. All right, so we've got our little tree, and there we go. So then we're just gonna add some of these guys. So I usually we put them kind of in a triangle shape. So one here, and maybe I could get that one to slide out, and one there, and one there. All right, there we go. Cute. So with this series, you do 2 cards of each one each month. So that gives you at the end, we do 8, 16, yeah, 32 cards, Christmas cards at the end of the 4 months. So really fun. If you do the whole series, you get a pack of envelopes from us. So we'll give you a pack of envelopes if you're doing the whole series with us. And yeah, I think they're cute cards. The second card features the Mossy Meadow, and we punched some pieces out. This is a 2-inch and this is a 2 3/8" punch. And then we're gonna do a little bit, we're gonna add the white on the inside of the card base because we need to be able to write in the card. So we're gonna put the white on the inside. And there we go. And then we're gonna kind of build our card front. So I've got a piece of the mercury paper. I did find that liquid adhesive isn't great on large pieces of this, so I'm actually gonna use like my snail. It bubbles a little bit and it kind of curls up because of the moisture. So for me, it wasn't great to do that. And then I'm just going to glue the circles down. And I do kind of like using using the liquid adhesive. It gives me a few extra minutes, seconds to adjust the circles and get them where I want them. We kind of want to overlap them all. And then for the sentiment, we're going to stamp the Peace and Joy in Mossy Meadow. And we're going to stamp the ampersand in Cherry Cobbler. So we're able to do this. This is one of the labels. And the way that I did it that I thought was easiest was to lay the Peace and Joy, especially if you're going to make a lot of these, lay these two out, get them lined up, and then you can kind of, once you have them where you want them, then you can take your Mossy Meadow and you can stamp your sentiment on here. And then we'll take the Cherry Cobbler and we'll stamp the ampersand. And then we're just gonna pop that up with some dimensionals and we're done. So, and then we're just gonna put, I did some of the white pieces on the back here. So the white embellishments. So we did that and a few of these. And there we go. There's card number 2. All right. And remember, I'm going fast for these videos, but if you're following along, you can always pause or stop. And you can look at the printed directions as well. All right, so for this one, we're gonna stamp the background. This one has the embellishments on it. We're gonna stamp the background with the hearts. You have, this is the larger die piece that comes in the set. And we're actually going to take it and we're going to cut it in half. And then we're going to start to build our pieces here. We'll do a little bit of stamping. So the Grateful is a smaller font. So we can do the Grateful and the heart. And then for and you All right, so with the For You, it's the same kind of idea that we're just going to put them together as close as we can, and we'll stamp that. Then we have the heart and we have the grateful. So the heart is in cherry cobbler, and we're just going to stamp randomly all over the front. Make sure when you're making your own, this is like we're making our own designer series paper. When you're doing that, make sure that you rotate what you're stamping, and you also stamp both on and partially off the paper so that it looks a little more like you didn't make it yourself and a little more like someone else made it. That actually looks like just the right number there. And then the For You is in cherry cobbler as well, and it's going to be down here. And the grateful is in pecan pie. We were talking about how much we enjoyed the font on this one. All right, so we can start to build this card. So you're gonna put your heart piece on, and again, nice to be a liquid glue, so I have a few extra seconds to get it where I want it. All right, and then we're gonna add this half at the top, and I'll just kind of center it as best I can, and then with the bottom half I'll do the same, and I'll just try to match up where I put it. And then I'm going to add some dimensionals on the back of here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on the back of here as well. And I'm probably gonna put one in the middle for this one, just because it's a larger piece and I'm actually using mini dimensionals. So mini as in tiny, not mini as in mini, but I'm gonna do more on here than I normally do. It's designer series paper, so I wanna make sure it's thinner than cardstock, and I wanna make sure it's fully supported on the card front. And I'm gonna put another big thing on top of it, so. All right, so we're gonna kind of center this, and then we're gonna off-center this piece. So I'm only gonna put glue on part of it, and then put this piece on, centered on there. Perfect. And then we just need to put some of our embellishments on there. I did do the pecan pie on this one. I thought it looked best. The white was a little stark, so maybe we'll put a big one on this one. Normally I do one big, two small, but then my numbers get off balance. So, all right, so there's card number 3. And card number 4, you're going to get a piece, one of the bigger banner pieces. You're going to stamp the piece Love and Joy and then cut it in half. I would use your trimmer to cut it in half, not scissors, because you want it to be accurate. And we're going to do a paper tearing technique on this one. So we're going to start with the largest piece, and we're going to tear from the upper right to just a little bit down. So it doesn't have to go all the way down to the bottom. I like to tear the paper towards me so that I can see the white core. I think it makes it look really nice. And then that piece will get glued here. From this one, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna kind of vary what I do. But we're gonna go from here to here. And then from this one, we're gonna go, again, upper right to bottom left. There we go. So now we've got these pieces that we can glue on here. I like to glue them to the bottom edge, so that helps me kind of keep myself straight. And then nice. Then we're just going to glue this whole panel to the Moody Mauve. And I don't have a card base in front of me. I'm not sure where it went, but that's okay. I can do that in a bit. And then we're going to take a small piece of the ribbon and we're going to kind of tuck it behind here to make a little, you know, tail. You can use glue dots, or you can use just some dry adhesive. I wouldn't use wet adhesive. I think that would make a big mess. Perfect. And then I'm gonna do some dimensionals on here. And I'm going to meet this up right at the top edge. And then I'm gonna grab some more of these and we're going to add some sparkle. All right, so there we go. There is our nice, well done. Hopefully you're on your way to making lots and lots of Christmas cards with the iconic imagery, iconic celebrations, Merry Makers. Next month we're featuring Christmas Friends, which is a super cute stamp set. I can't wait to play with that one. We'll have some bold and bright Christmas paper that we're going to use, and I hope you join us. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know if you've got any questions or comments, and if you would still like a packet, feel free to message me. You can always send me an email at c2cstamping@gmail.com. All right, thanks so much, y'all. Good night.